The history of the Sith. The dark side is the selfish, impulsive energy you feel when you have not set yourself at peace. Members of the Order who give themselves over to the destructive emotions often experience an irreversible spiritual corruption that marks them as a darksider. Those who follow the rituals of a specific dark side philosophy become Sith. Not all darksiders are Sith, though. The Sith have proven to be the most persuasive and malevolent power of the past several millennia. At times, they have controlled the majority of the galaxy. The Sith hold fast to a set of beliefs influenced by neurotic magic of the alien species whose name they share, but their core tenets are summarized in the Sith Code. Peace is a lie. There is only passion. Through passion, I gain strength. Through strength, I gain power. Through power, I gain victory. Through victory, my chains are broken. The Force shall set me free. The Sith hold that these beliefs represents their willingness to challenge the restriction of the orthodoxy and shake the foundations of power. Yet it is plain that the Sith Code is a selfish one. Every tenet focuses on individual wants and desires. The Jedi know that greatness can only be won through humbling oneself. The Sith settle for quick and easy power by sinking deep into their emotions. The Sith species originating on Korriban and the earliest Darksiders, those who broke away from the Order during the first Great Schism on Tython, shared a similar outlook on power. Eventually, their teachings became so intertwined that Sith became to be described as abhorrent to their beliefs, regardless of the species. The Sith carry red-bladed lightsabers caused by their use of synthetic crystals. These lightsabers serve to both announce their presence and to test their own sabers in battle. The blade of a Sith saber has been known to break the blade of a Jedi saber by overloading its energy matrix. The annihilation of the Sith Order has thankfully put an end to these duels. The Second Great Schism and the Final War. Modern Sith came about after the Great Second Schism and the 100-Year Darkness, a war between Jedi and Darksiders that involved the alchemists' creation of monsters. The victorious Jedi sentenced the surviving Darksiders to banishment. But among the uncharted stars, the exiled Jedi discovered the Sith species, who worshipped death and the angry energies of the dark side. They became the Lords of the Sith, merging their fallen Jedi culture with the sacrificial rituals of the savages Korriban natives. 2,000 years later, the Lords of the Sith space-mounted an invasion of the Republic. Running wild over Kirik and Coruscant, the Sith blitzed the heart of civilized space before the Jedi could drive them back into exile. This was the first of many wars between the Jedi and Sith. During the Vulture Cataclysm, in the Third Great Schism, the Darksiders influenced by the Sith triggered the obliteration of the entire world. This act led to regular clashes between the Dark and the Light, including the Great Sith War of Exar Kun and the Jedi Civil War that saw the defection of two Jedi champions who became Darth Malak and Darth Revan. The Jedi Order barely survived these conflicts, so only a few centuries later, when war broke out again, the Sith took control of Coruscant, relocating the Jedi to Tython. We have since won back our rightful place in Coruscant. The Fourth Great Schism, which occurred a millennia ago, brought on 1,000 years of fighting, the ascendance of Darth Ruin and the Sith, and the plague that provided the drumbeat for what was truly the Republic's Dark Age. It was a military campaign that nearly brought an end to civilization. Yet, the Army of Light beat the Brotherhood of Darkness at the Battle of Rusun. Those Jedi who sacrificed their lives have transformed the Dark Age into a golden age of peace and bounty. Darth Bane and the end of the Sith. The Sith have been the enemies of the Jedi for thousands of years. Yet, outsiders who viewed them as an inevitability and even a necessity counterbalanced to the light side, were proven wrong after the Battle of Ruusan, when the Sith Order crumbled. Although danger still lurks among the stars, the citizens of the Republic need no longer fear the title of Darth. It is ironic that one of their own, Darth Bane, helped bring about the destruction of the Sith, but it's not surprising. It is the Sith way to scratch and claw for power. In the war's last decade, Bane rose to the ranks of the Brotherhood of Darkness to challenge the leadership of Sith Lord Kaan. From the Sith prisoners in custody to Akatar, we have learned that many of them considered Bane to be a Sitharian, the culmination of prophecy that foretold the rise of a perfect being. This divination, an inverted mirror of the Jedi prophecy of the Chosen One, reflected the Sith need to cast their hopes upon a savior as the Jedi army of light closed in on them. Bane's popularity split the ranks of the Sith Lords, causing them to lose focus and to surrender key ground at Ruusan. Ultimately, Lord Kaan knew he could not win and triggered a third thought bomb. This unspeakable dark side weapon scorched the surface of Ruusan and drew the spirits of every combatant, Jedi and Sith, into a bottomless singularity. Bane died with the rest of the Sith Lords on Ruusan, proving that not even the Sitharian could sustain an order founded on aggression and greed. Though we Jedi must continue to resist the temptation of the dark side, it is good for cause to cheer that the enemies of life have at last been vanquished.